Hi friends, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches, and it's been a long time since we've done a Flosstube extra. It is time. It's been time, but here we are. It's been at least a couple of weeks, maybe a month since I've done one, but we're going to do it today. It is Flosstube extra number 21 on the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, January, February of 1995. If you are new, hi. So glad you're here. I do a series of Flosstube extras flipping through the lovely older stitches from the time I was growing up, which is the 80s and the 90s. And I love flipping through them, and I love seeing the older things that I remember and picking some to choose. And so I hope this hence renewing stitches. I hope this renews your love for the older stitches. There's a lot of great stuff out today, but there's a lot of stuff that was so great back then too. And so we just are doing flip throughs. So that's a quick thing of the extra series that I'm doing. If you are not new, then you know this is what I do, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoy the flip throughs as well. So we are going to flip through this one. I've shown you this one on my regular Flosstube several times now because I am stitching a pattern in here with one of my friends, and I will get to that shortly, but there's also a couple of other ones that I'd like to stitch. Also, I think it was 2 videos ago I had mentioned that on an Instagram post of a fair, state fair entries, not in our state, but in another fair entries, someone had done this piece, and that was really neat to see because I was looking through this magazine at the same time. So anyway, this piece is called Candy Heart, and it's designed by Jeff Julseth. Is that right? Julseth. It is 118 stitches high by 114 wide. And you can take any of those out and make something little. Inside you'll see where they did that. They made button covers out of the little chocolate stitches. So this, does it have a price on how much it was back in the day? I don't think so. 95. I was in college, so it was probably, excuse me, I don't know, less than $5 for sure. But anyway, that's the cover, and here we go. All right, I did want to show you, I like to flip through some of the advertisements as well. Excuse me. Allergies, I guess. Anyway, I like to flip through the advertisements as well and show you what was available. Isn't that cute? The little Santa and Mrs. Claus stand-ups. That was in the Merry Christmas cross stitch. I've seen that book. I don't have it, but I've seen it. It's this book right here. That's the cover. So from 1995 was a Christmas of 95, Better Homes and Gardens, A Merry Christmas in cross stitch. So that was available. All right, and letter to the editor. Somebody's looking for Bernard the Wizard from October of 94, and they talked about where to find it. First set of charts. These little jewelry bags from the first 4 months of the year. This was a series, and it gives you, in Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, there are finishing instructions to all of the projects in here, and making the bags are in there. All the things you need. These stitches are 76 high by 32 wide, roughly, maybe an inch, a stitch or two bigger or smaller depending on the flower size. I don't know if you can see, some of them are a little wider. Plus the length will be a little longer if the flower is taller, depending. Okay. These were designed by Susan Cornelissen. Cornelissen. Last names this time, I'm not doing good. Susan Cornelissen. And there are January, February, March, and April in here. Next one is called Floral Heart. This is lovely. This is designed by Lori Birmingham. 144 stitches high by 196 wide. There is some beading, and look here, you can take out a portion of it. Also, there is a small, right here, a small rose. I don't know, let me get my hands out of the way so you can see that. There we go. Right. There we go, right there. Little fuzzy, but it's clearer in person. No, it's not. There is a picture of it that's better on page 10, I believe. Yep. That chart right there. That is part of the Floral Heart. Okay. They're specialty stitches. Those look like French knots. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right around here, these are French knots. It looks like baby's breath. It's real pretty. Lots of back stitching. Beautiful flowers. The roses are beautiful. The back stitch, of course, back then it just makes it. Finishing the locket, the jar. Okay. And how to make them. Tells you how to make those in the locket. Oh, here is the picture of where they took out some of the chocolates to make button covers. Those are cute. Okay. And this one's called Rose Bouquet. It gives you this one, but you can take it out and make it something else. Rose Bouquet is designed by Alice Okon, O-K-O-N. 41 stitches high by 51 wide. And that one's lovely. No specialty stitches, just the back stitch. There are blends in this one. I'm sorry, there are blends in here. And there are specialty stitches in the chocolate. Because I'm looking at the on this one, there's also the DMC list and the stitches for the chocolate, the candy heart blends, and there's a ribbed spider web stitch, interlace, cross stitch, beading, back stitch. I think I said back stitch. That's just what we do in the 80s and 90s, and probably the 70s too. This is the one I'm working on right now. The Angels of Peace and Joy stitch sampler. Designed by Sandy Orton. It's 195 stitches high by 135 wide. I'm stitching it on a blue from those missing stitches. There are no specialty stitches. And no back stitch. There's a little bit. There's a tiny bit, but not near like the other. Next one is a Victorian bookmark. This one is 86 stitches high by 23 wide. And it is designed by Laura Collins. Tells you how to make the bookmark. The ribbon weaving, that's it. Okay. I remember this one. The Bear series. I didn't, it wasn't this, it was the Christmas bear that I remember. I remember seeing the sister bears, but I didn't see that one in person. I've seen the Christmas bear in person. This was a series done by Donna Yuen, Y-U-E-N. This is the third in the series. let's see, this is January, February. So the brother bears were in the November, December, and the Christmas bear was in, have to go backwards, September, October. These are, did I write it down? 90 stitches high by 81 wide. And that was just a 3-part series. They are really cute. Backstitch and French knots are the only extra. No blends, just regular DMC. Okay, the next one is a baby, I call it a mobile, but some people call it a mobile, baby mobile, right here. And they put it on a blanket also. So you get the sheep and the rabbit and the bear and the train. And these, you get the reverse image, so you don't have to think about stitching it in the reverse. So you get 2 rabbits and 2 sheep and 2 bears, and no, 1 bear because it's the same, and then 2 trains in your patterns. Let's see here. Okay, the sheep right here is 38 stitches high by 47 wide. The rabbits are 40 stitches high right here by 64 wide. The bear is 51 high by 46, and the train is 40 stitches high by 59 wide. They're very cute. Okay. The next one is a family tree, also designed by Alice Oken. 180-ish. Now, there weren't any actual, unless I skipped it. I had to ish the sizing. It's 180-ish stitches high and 130-ish, thereabouts, stitches wide. Gives you an alphabet. There we go, that's better lighting. Let me get my face out of the way. Oh, I didn't tell you that the designer of the mobile, no, I didn't, is Diane Brakefield. Diane, I didn't give her credit that she did the mobile. This is Alice Oken. You get the alphabet. Let's see, alphabet, 2 alphabets, and a set of numbers. Has the you get the smaller wording, but then also to personalize down here if you need a bigger set. Okay. This one has the queen stitch and a plated diagonal square stitch as the, I think, yeah, the only 2 specialties other than a back stitch. All right, this next one is a contest winner. What was the contest for? Beaded contest entries. Oh, let me, there we go. Cover up the pattern. It is the Ivory Cross, and it is done on perforated paper with beading by Carol Boothman. 55 stitches high by 47 stitches wide. Pretty. Man, pretty. Can you see the beads? Let's see, did she give this beads? Mill Hill Ivory Seed Beads, Bugle Beads, and Teardrop Beads, all ivory in color. On a 14 count, it finishes as 4 inches by 3 3/8 inches. Pretty. So pretty. Okay, next one is by Pat Taff, and it is the Pink Blossom Sampler. This is on my future list to be stitched. And yeah, I wrote here because I read her her notes about well, the interview that they had, the designer profile they had about her. And she said, I can't seem to, where is it? She says, I try to incorporate antique motifs and methods with modern materials and techniques in a modern setting. I can't seem to do a sampler without at least one alphabet or less than 5 different stitches. Band samplers enable stitchers to become comfortable with new stitches, that's true, without having to constantly look at the chart. So this stitch has 1 alphabet and 5 specialty stitches. Oh no, 10. I'm sorry, I wrote down wrong. She likes to have at least 5, but this one has 10. Let me tell you what they are. All right, there is a padded satin stitch, Algerian eyelet, rice stitch, zigzag stitch variation, herringbone stitch, double running stitch, a long arm cross stitch, double back stitch, Montenegrin stitch, and the Smyrna cross. And let me see if I can get this on here without showing you all the stuffs. Let's see here. I can do this here. Okay, so she gives you how to do it, and she'll point to where it goes on the chart. So very, very lovely, and I love the sampler itself. It's small. It is, well, I say small. It is 182 stitches high by 104 wide. And where is the DMC list? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors? 4 colors. So it's a sampler of stitches, really. She said she got started by embroidering on blue jeans back in the 70s and work shirts. I had some of those. All right. Lovely, lovely sampler. Here are some things, other contest winners for beaded contest. Is this the beaded one? Yes. Other winners. Sorry, I can't speak. The comb, what is that? Oh, I guess that goes in a lipstick case. And a frame. I can't read backwards either. A grandma's purse is what it's called. And then an ornament. Here's the grandma's purse. There's an ornament, some jewelry, and probably some magnets. Oh, magnets. How fun. Who would have thought to put it on a cone? Very, very neat. Okay, what else do we have? Contest winners. Oh, and the shopper at the end. And there is a funny, this one is at the back. They usually put them, or at the beginning of this magazine, they would put the cartoons at the front. This is, here it is, right here. The cartoon, it says, "Honey, I think it's time to go to the hospital. My contractions are about 10 stitches apart." All right, and the country shopper, what was available? Oh, loveliness is what's available. Loveliness. So pretty. These are Marilyn Levitt emblem. This one, and this is Marilyn. I'll get that. Marilyn Levitt emblem right here. And this is Nora Corbett. I don't think I've seen these ever in the wild or on Flosstube, but they're beautiful. I've seen something like that. The Fairy Moon. I've seen something like that one. This is Rose of Sharon by Nora Corbett. That was lovely. And then down at the bottom is The Angel of Mercy. It is by, doesn't say. Doesn't say. But it's lovely too, as well as the arc. And then on the other side of the shopper, you have Ellen Schiedler, sampler by her, and then some florals, and coasters. I remember doing coasters. This is a Teresa Winsler. That's fun. I remember doing coasters. I think it was a ladybug coaster that I did. Let's see here. What else is in the shopper? Stitching lamps that you could snatch to your hoop, attach to your hoop, not snatch. Boxes and scroll frames. I think that's a caddy that'll catch your orts or whatever else you need. And then the last page of the shopper was a tray with sunflowers that you can stitch. Those are fun. That scissor case, or the toolbox, it keeps your needles, thimbles, scissors. Isn't that pretty? Wooden. So pretty. Okay, that is all. So, let me know if there's anything that you would love to stitch in here. I have several. I do want to do that tiny rose that's on the, right here. It shouldn't take long at all. So pretty and detailed for such a pretty little stitch. I'm working on the one sampler, and I want to do the pink, the other one, the pink one. I want to do that one. I think the mobile or the mobile is cute, either one, however you say it. The bookmark is lovely. So many lovely stitches. So many lovely stitches. So that's Cross Stitch and Country Craft from Better Homes and Gardens, January, February of 1995. And that is all. I hope y'all enjoyed this flip through. I will see you soon with another one. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the comments.